And we're live with episode 15, right? I didn't even bring it up. Holy Nikes, I'm
Hey,
bad. I am so bad at this. Okay, so today I am with Major, I'm also with Elsmith, and we also have basically Cancer here. However, some things came up very last minute, so we only have the three cameras, or, well, one camera and two cameras and one picture.
Hell yeah.
so
So,
yeah, we're just here to hang out tonight for a little bit. Excited to have Platte League champion Elspeth here. How you doing tonight, sir?
I am great. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Excited to be here as always. I got Platte League champ. I got Gladiator director, and I got Corky. It's gonna be a great night. So on the agenda today, what's on the agenda today, Corky?
I don't know because I was a bad person and I didn't pull it up yet because I was trying to get all these
It's
things.
okay. I remember it off the top of my head, so you're okay.
Thanks.
Um,
Yes, awkward silence
um,
because Corky's a little behind in life. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not Corky's fault. No big deal. Today we're gonna talk about All Stars. We're gonna go over how that's gonna work. Exactly the format for it. We're gonna talk a little bit about Platte League finals over here with Elspeth and Cancer. Just opinions on how things went. Elspeth's gonna tell us how easy it was. That kind of stuff. Then we're gonna talk about Gladiator League finals. What could you really say about that? But that's besides the point. And then we'll just take some Q&A, and I think that will be all of it for tonight. So, for those of you that do not know, the All-Star draft is this Sunday. The game will be the next day, which would be Monday. It will be played at 8 p.m. The draft will also be done. The draft will be done at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. For Sunday.
That.
I believe Corky is going to help host that if Curbs is not here. We'll see, though. Either way, Corky will be the head host of the Monday night game. We're excited for it. How it's going to work is the four staff members, myself, Mr. Cancer here, 420, and defending champion Cairo are going to be drafting in what we call a snake draft. If you've ever played fantasy football or anything like that, you know what a snake draft is. It means if you pick first in the first round, you pick last in the second round, and it just keeps resetting. And how that works is the draft order was picked out by Sammy Two Slap. It will be announced probably later on during the day Sunday. And how it works is we are allowed two Platte players per team, two Olympian League players per team, but you're only allowed one player per actual team. So you can't pick up Elspeth and Filbert at the same time, etc. So it makes teammates have to play against each other. This will be played in a best-of-1 format, 4-man tournament, where we'll randomly pull seeds, and then it will be two teams play against each other, then two teams play against each other, the two losers play, and then the two winners play to decide who wins. It's a ton of fun. Each staff member will also be casting the games that their teams are playing in, so it's a nice rivalry thing, and we like to talk a lot of shit about it. I am pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Cancer's quite excited for this, right, Cancer?
Yeah, no, definitely excited. I didn't get to participate last time, so I get to participate this time as a like draft or as opposed to a draftee.
So are you guaranteeing a win for Team Cancer, or like what's going on here?
Well, I'm gonna be Cairo, so
Cairo won it all last year, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's a fluke.
As long as we all agree that Cairo can't win this year, sound like fun?
Yeah.
Well, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're really excited. Yeah, we're really excited to be there. It's a lot of fun. It's a for-fun event. Teams don't know who they're playing with till roughly 24 hours beforehand, so everybody's on the same page. Last season, we had Shaco support played in All-Stars. Like, this shit's actually fire. It's a ton of fun. We really enjoy it. But that's all about All-Stars. It should be a really good time. So let's talk about here, since we have Elspeth on, first things first. How does it feel to beat Syndicate in a best-of-5?
Honestly, it felt kind of good. They definitely were overhyping. I wouldn't say overhyping, but there was definitely some members of their team who were definitely thinking that our regular season meant that we were that skill level, when honestly we were trolling the whole time, and it worked out.
And
Like
it
we
worked
had
out.
Griff or China China mid. We had Filbert mid and top. Like we were just doing like really fun, interesting drafts throughout the whole normal season. And they, I don't know what Foss' game plan was, but we kind of got him really hard game one, and at least in draft.
Hmm. Yeah. What did you think about the drafts, anyways, for those games?
So game one, they left up Yasuo and banned Vigar for some reason. I think it's just whatever Foss doesn't like to play against. I have no idea why they banned it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen Filbert play Vigar.
It's something that me and Griff play, but like, it's like so yeah, it's something that me and Griff play. And then we picked Yasuo, and then they picked I think they picked Ash and something else. I forgot who. And then we went with no, okay, so yeah, and then we went with Malphite Caitlyn, and they banned some stuff, we banned some stuff, and we left open Morg, and then they just picked Morg. We weren't even gonna pick the champion, and then they also were inclined to take Sejuani too, so we kind of got them on two champions that we have no intentions of playing,
Hmm.
so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's always very nice. Yeah, overall it was a really good series. It was a ton of fun to watch. And Syndicate being the favorites all year, you know, getting upset by Lethal Leads was actually a good time. And I will add in that Corky did take them to win, right?
And I called the score too, 3-2.
She was the
Yeah.
prophet.
Yeah, Corky's the prophet, so I will, you know, give Corky her love here. But yeah, I gotta say, you guys, it was 3-1, but yeah. Corky did call 3-1. I remember
Oh yeah,
that.
3-1.
I took Lethal Leads
Oh.
at 3-2 for finals. But the point is, you guys won. Congratulations. Are you excited for next season? I know
Yeah, we are.
roster changes going on.
So I actually couldn't tell what's going on for at least LE for Flat League because of Filbert and what's his face going Filbert and Spee, sorry. I'm kind of multitasking right here. Filbert and Spee also joining Syndicate this season, as well as the three other members of our team going in a Diamond or Plat Diamond League in Upsurge, so there wasn't enough time for everyone to cohesively join one team. And since there was a prize on the line for next season, they really felt like they wanted like a more structured organization to get under their wing. So
Right. Perfect does run a very good organization over there in Syndicate. I will give Perfect some credit.
Mm. Well, I mean, they did take Gold League, so...
Yeah. But as an org, I will say they're very structured. Perfect put in a very good setup there. Very excited. So, what's next then for Elspeth? What's next? What's next season?
next season is whatever's after this one. We also me and Julian at least are making gold teams, so there's that. I'm pretty excited for that one myself.
That'd be
So you're
exciting.
coaching a couple of gold teams. I like it.
Yeah, that would be a ton of fun actually. So, the first question is, who's Elspeth's starting support, and why is it not Sammy Two Slap?
Currently, I am talking with one person about it. So originally I kind of had the whole roster like panned out of who was doing what and going where, and they're just like kind of really bad at replying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tell me about it. Trust me, that's been my whole...
Like when
Like
I say
this
they're
whole
kind
season.
of bad, I mean they were like 3 days bad, and I have to hear from the one person what was going on. But
All I
yeah,
got to tell you is the Two Slap has never not been in playoffs. So you're guaranteed, if you put Sammy Two Slap on your team, to at least make playoffs. Guaranteed.
yeah, we'll see.
What do you think, Cancer? Guaranteed?
What, Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy equals playoffs. Guaranteed.
You get him a carry in another lane. You got playoff easy.
Yeah, all you got to do. He's not just the support. He's the jungler. He's
Oh,
both.
what? Oh, what? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Jungler?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the
so, okay, so
jungler
here's
and
the
the
thing.
support, obviously.
I would
If-
explain that concept, except it's just going to give away strats, and we don't need to
Okay,
give
so
them.
if Lucifer lost in finals, I was gonna put Sammy as my starting jungler, regardless of what the other team was gonna, or what my team overall was gonna look like, just to send the message that Lucifer, you lost. Oh yeah,
All
by
I
the way,
gotta
we're
say is whoever picks up Sammy 2 slap, right there, guaranteed. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm really excited. So, what do you have locked down in roster, or do you not want to give that away?
so we have Demandus in the mid lane.
Good start. Good start.
Good start. Good start. Good start.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's
That's
all
it.
he has.
That's all you
So,
need.
yeah, sorry,
That's all you
I'm
need.
currently in a scrim right now. Oh yeah, we have Demandus in the mid. We have Lucifer in jungle. We have Pong as support or sub ADC, and then we have we're talking to Kitty Alexa, so we really want her to join our team, and then we just got to worry about our top laner.
Yeah, Kitty Alexa is I'm very high on, as everybody likes to meme me in the Discord. So she's very good. I think that would be huge. And I think Demandus obviously is just disgusting.
Yeah, so we
I
have
just
a.
think-
I
I'm
feel like we
excited to
have
see
like
the battles between Cancer and him next season for sure.
I feel like we have the best mid laner. We have one of the best junglers, and then Kitty Alexa, even though she was on like the pretty pog team, she still has plat experience, so she still has at least experience playing with like players that are not necessarily the level of a gold league. So I overall feel that it'll look pretty well.
Yeah, I'm very excited. What do you think, Cancer? What do you think if you had to name that team off the top of your head? What would you think?
Got the playoff team.
This playoff team. Agreed. You know what can make that team better? Sammy 2 slap. Just throwing it out there.
As
he
your
can
top
80 carry.
laner. Oh, he said he needed a top laner.
Nah, he's an 80 carry, dude.
They can play anything.
So confused.
Yeah.
I do have to say, the one thing I really like about every single one of the people I am looking at is that they are incredibly coachable, and that is something I am far and away totally want to have on the team. If I'm gonna,
Yeah, somebody coachable. That makes
yeah,
sense.
if I want to take it seriously, I want them all to at least have the mentality that, hey, I'm gonna at least get better playing with this guy. Because one of my goals is I just want them all the silvers to at least have an understanding on how to get the gold, like how to have that mentality of how to play at that level yet. So I feel like I can easily teach anyone in a role to do that.
Good. It's all about player. Gold League is all about player development. That's why I know Syndicate runs a team usually. It's just about player development. And player development's important, you know. So
Hey, the
excited
player
to see it.
development team won this time.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I don't know if I'd call that a development team. But yeah. So now that we talked about Plat League and some of your Gold League things, you saw the Gold League finals. What'd you think?
I thought that was a clown fiesta.
Agreed.
I honestly felt like it was kind of scuffed because Baka should have beat the other people. Like, given they had like I think 2 subs or whatever, that was the most irrelevant part because they should have won in 3 games. But they like clown fiested their way to like 2 consecutive losses
Yeah, I actually
in like
think
the
that
most awkward and cringe way
Baka
possible.
only had a sub game 1. Like all their players were actually rostered players. Like, yeah, I know they're not exactly starting players, but they were rostered all season. So, and I do agree they should have won in 3 games anyways, and then did it. What do you think, Cancer? What do you think about Gold League finals?
I'm definitely going to agree. It was a bit of a fiesta. Although it does seem that the favorites for the season don't always make it to finals quite as easily as they normally, or most people would think. Baka didn't make it. Random Inc. finally made it, but they had some hiccups in the playoffs in fall season, and Rum Revolution didn't make it season 1.
It just shows you that any team could beat any team, which we're really excited for. What do you think, Corky? Did you watch any of Gold League finals?
I think I did.
What did you think?
I kind of, I guess, was disappointed. That was the one that we kept having that somebody disconnected right in the middle, and we had that giant, yeah. I felt like that was a very big letdown for me because I was kind of hoping for a very hyped series, and I think that's when a lot of the morale went down.
Yeah,
And
that was very disappointing.
yeah, and I think that had everything gone off without a hitch, I think we could have seen a little bit more of a hyped game. But because of that, I think it was just a little bit not as great as it could be, I guess I should say.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree that the DC was very disappointing. For those of you that did not watch, NFG's AD carried DC for 15 minutes in Game 2. We did make them start the game up at 15 minutes. Those of you that do read the rule book, which is hopefully everyone, knows that you only get 10 minutes of pause time, which is a very common practice in all amateur leagues. Cancer did give them 5 extra minutes to be polite, because it is finals. But obviously, at the end of the day, the show must go on.
Yeah.
They did have to finish the game 4v5, and the game was quite close when they lost their AD carry. But what are you gonna do? Yeah. Baka shouldn't have threw a 12k gold lead then. Perfect, I agree. That's besides the point, though. I do agree it does suck about the DC thing, but I know Downfall is really ready for next season, ready to go. Shit happens. I'm excited to see what comes out for next season. A lot of good teams, from what I've heard. I know Syndicate's been recruiting, from what I've heard, so I'm interested to see what they come out with. I know Perfect's trying to troll and saying they're not playing, but I'm pretty sure they're playing. Last time I checked. I know Elspeth's team looks good. From a little bit I've talked to Julian, his team looks pretty good. Swan's team looks good. The return of Lisk in Gold League looks like a ton of fun. So I'm very excited for this year.
If I can put one thing about the mentality that I have when it comes to making rosters or managing people,
what's that?
Is that I'm not going to put anyone on my team that I don't feel that isn't competent enough to handle what the task is given to them. And I honestly feel like the players that I had, especially on Leaf Elites, were more than capable to achieving that standard. And I also think everyone on, I haven't named it yet, but on the new team, the gold team, also can get that standard. So yeah. I feel like that's one thing I just want to put out there.
Yeah, no, that's very important, and that's good. Rank cap is Plat 4, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. Cancer might be able to correct me there, but I'm pretty sure it's Plat 4. You couldn't have hit Plat. And then Candle is eligible. I do not know if he's playing on a team or not. I don't think Cancer, do you have any idea?
Yeah, just to clarify on the rank cap, we're doing for entry to the league at Gold 2, 100 LP or lower, and then you cap out at once you hit your promos to Plat.
Okay, so it's Gold 2, 100 LP or lower is when you join the league. Okay.
So the you can enter. You have to enter below the cap, but you can go up to Plat once you're on a team.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep, you can go up to Plat 4 once you're on a team. Okay.
Well, so, up to your gold, your promos to Plat 4. Once you hit LP. Gold, your 100 LP, you're done.
I thought it was, you had to finish your promos, and then if you got to Plat, you couldn't play. Well, we'll figure that out. But the point is, either way, it should be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I think that Cancer's excited. I think Cancer's excited to play again. I know Cancer took last season off, played in Risen, but he's excited to be back. Excited to play against Demandus and them. All we need is Perfect and Swan to become mid laners, and we can have Cancer, Candle, Perfect, Swan, and Noxie and all as mid laners. Let's go.
Alright, well, I guess that will be a very weird mid lane against everybody.
CSDM reunited in the mid lane. I do not know what Candle's doing. You'd have to message Candle yourself. I don't know if he's putting a team together or what he's doing.
I think you all should message him or tag him at the same time, though. I think that would be the best way to get a hold of him. Just all plan it out together, just one giant shout out like 500 times. I think that would be good.
I do not know if that's going to happen. Perfect doesn't even play League of Legends anymore. So, and neither does Candle. And Cancer's a mid laner.
Creator.
What'd you say, Elspeth?
I said Valorant only content creator.
Yeah, I know
Exactly.
Perfect's a Valorant only player, and so is Candle now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of them are washed up now.
Yeah. Well, alrighty.
But, we'll take a couple of questions before we call it a night. I know this is a short day. So everybody knows, this is the last Hearthside until the regular season starts. Until it'll probably be the day before the Hearthside before the regular season.
Mhm.
We will discuss. We will discuss power rankings for next season's teams, etc. But usually we struggle to find conversation topics during the off season for obvious reasons. So that's something we're just going to avoid. Yeah, should be back
Yes.
May 22nd.
And
It's like a week off.
yeah,
That's it.
and yeah, a week or two. I know that we are doing all-star picks on Sunday, so I will be streaming that going forward. And then I think you guys are playing this Monday too, correct?
Correct. All Stars is playing this Monday, correct.
So watch us for that. I'll make posts as we go. For those of you who don't know, we are actually going to be starting up. What time Monday?
8 p.m.
There you go.
8 p.m.
The
Eastern
picks will
Standard Time.
be 8 p.m. on Sunday, and then the games will be 8 p.m. on Monday. So
Yep.
normal time.
Yep, normal times. But the first question, what I get, most hype roster swap. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say Filbert to Syndicate is the most hype roster swap.
Agreed.
What do you think, Elspeth?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess for Plat League, it definitely shakes it up with the team. I don't know if I'm salty about it, but it does kind of suck that they're going to Syndicate, who we kind of trashed around. But hopefully Foss doesn't break his mental like he's broken a couple other people's mentals before. So I don't know. I think that could be a really hypey thing for Plat League.
I've heard rumors of Thracian playing for Syndicate too. These are only rumors. I don't have anything in yet. But
That's right.
Thracian playing for Syndicate actually I think is huge too, just because the skill difference between Thracian and Toast is pretty high. I think
can't
Toast
say that
is
there's
a
like
gold league jungler.
specifically a major skill difference, but like for Syndicate, Foss made Toast be a utility / he can go everywhere. He definitely was improvement, but like when you think of what's his face, Thracian, he literally like he was a one trick pony. All he did was camp top lane and get that guy fed. That's literally what happened the whole second half to split. That's how they won all their games. I made that fully clear in like a game plan that this is what they're gonna do. We should plan accordingly, and we executed that, and it worked. And you saw like game 4 and 5, we really didn't give them anything to work with. So I felt like we really had a good game plan against Thracian. So if the other players in the league or the other teams in the league know that they're just going to turbo camp, or he's just going to turbo camp.
Yeah, I think he's skilled. I think Foss will fix the macro issue though, so I'm assuming that won't happen anymore on Syndicate. Because of the simple fact, he actually has other players and other lanes that can actually do stuff. I think Filbert, for prime example, will be super interesting. The leaked roster that I've heard, the rumored roster from Syndicate that I've heard, is very good. I would definitely think it's the Olympian League frontrunner already. But obviously, like I've said before, just because I say, just because I think it's the best roster doesn't mean it's going to end up being the best roster.
Yeah, you all saw what happened last year when you guys hyped up Syndicate so much.
They with Earl King, that team was disgusting. Obviously lost Earl, moved a top lane main that I think is extremely good in Latona to mid lane, where I don't think he wasn't as good. He was still good, but I don't think he was as good. But I definitely think the team with Earl was absolutely disgusting, which is why they were ranked first by most people in the league, and I think everybody can agree with that. So, any more questions, guys? Cancer, Elspeth, or Corky need some questions.
Slan and Fee biggest jokesters in Olympian right now. I kind of need to get back on some sort of team.
Yeah, I think you do.
Honestly, the one team I had, the idea that I had, I don't think it's gonna work. Just because one, I just don't have the time. Two, a couple of the people just do not want to play because they're just lazy, and I don't think it'll totally pan out the way I wanted. So that's why I'm throwing my hat out there to a couple people who showed interest that I'm.
Elspeth's
If you
available.
want me,
I'm trying to say, I think.
yeah, if you want me, I'm here.
Okay.
Most hype role swap. I don't think there's any real role swaps I can think of besides the admin team that I know
The
about.
new admin's bot lane. What do you mean?
Yeah, the new
That's the
admin
hype
bot
one.
lane. That is
That's
the
why I
hype.
would have played
This
for
is
you.
what's gonna cause the admins to actually hit playoffs for the first time ever.
Well,
That's
buddy
why-
Swan, you would have been a sub, so oh well.
Favorite moment from both leagues. Go, somebody. Give me an answer.
When literally the playoffs, everyone thought that RKZ was just gonna pounce on us, but we just shat on them every single season or every single game. It was pretty one-sided. Against Baka, everyone discounted us. Lost even wanted us to go up against Baka just because he wanted to draft against Baka, which is kind of crazy. And we went up against Syndicate. Everyone thought we were just gonna lose, except for Quirky. And we honestly just hard chat on them. It wasn't really close at all. We destroyed them every single game. I will take responsibility for the call for the pause after we sent Irelia bot lane to go fight an Asses, which was the most incorrect play in the world. And other than that, we just basically just hard dumpstered them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Corky,
that was
what do
my
you think
part.
was your favorite moment from either league this year?
It's hard for me to say because I don't watch Olympian too often. But I know we talk a lot about Olympian as far as Hearthside goes because I know both you and Curbs watch it and obviously shoutcast it. But for me, I think it was actually in Gladiator. One of my favorite moments was Sammy actually in the Baron Pit.
Oh, the
I
Morgana,
will-
the stopwatch,
The
yeah.
stopwatch in the Baron Pit.
That's glorious.
That was actually one of my favorite moments because it was one moment where I'm actually just an Iron player. I play casually. I do it for fun. I looked at that and was laughing so hard that I was like, okay, all right, I guess everybody has their moments. So that's why I love you, Sammy. You definitely make me laugh on those ones.
Inept turret dive, best moment, Olympian.
Which
league.
one?
If I have to say one thing, Filbert, I saw your comment. No, that one's on me. I'm the primary shot caller. It was my incorrect play to send you bot lane. It was just a wrong judgment call. I thought at the time you could have felt it, but no, that one's on me.
What was your favorite, Cancer?
Inept turret dive at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did you go? Oh, we gotta post that on here.
Oh, that was glorious. What else?
That's
For me,
fantastic.
let's see. What was it? I think it has to be when IQ a Coconut played Azir. It built, was it tempo into Ludens into Zanya's or something, and did like 5k damage. That was literally my favorite moment this year. I was cracking up. I think that was probably my favorite one. That was a good time. And he just took it like a champ too. You know what I mean? Like he just took it as like lulz. I think that was probably my favorite moment this year. Either way, it was a good year. I do apologize for the LE jerseys. Today was Corky's birthday, if you don't remember. So we are kind of celebrating her birthday today. So it's something me and Corky did not get to, but it was her birthday. It is her birthday. So
Y'all think you can make it happen for good old All Stars? Hmm?
There were
No.
cameras for All Stars though. So
Even if I did do cameras and I was the one casting it with my camera, there's no way I'm gonna make it because I actually will be tearing out my closet all day tomorrow because I have a leaky pipe. So
yeah.
I will be doing construction in my house all day tomorrow. So that's why I'm celebrating my birthday today. Like celebrating.
Yeah. Either way, you know, any expectations for the next split? The admin teams are making playoffs. That's my expectation. From player perspective, are you from my team perspective? That's the thing. From an admin perspective, just to keep growing, I would like to have a season without any entries onto the timeline. For those that don't know, there's some timeline being made. It's supposed to be pretty hilarious.
A timeline? Am I
Yeah.
aware of this?
Oh, I can probably find that.
There's
I'm
a TES
so
timeline.
confused.
Ideally, I would like a solid season of growth without any entries into the timeline. That's what I would like.
Oh yeah, I see that timeline. I know what we're talking about now.
That's my personal opinion. As a player, though, I expect to make playoffs.
I mean, we could have another part in the timeline. It could be a time of peace again.
Yeah, hopefully we get
too.
as long as we don't get another Slinky Apocalypse or anything to do with the collective, I'll be in a really good mood for next season.
So, I will say that there are a lot of changes. We had a developer meeting yesterday, so we will be doing a lot of changes to the website. And social media will be picking up a lot. I am looking at trying to get someone to be one of my developers, content creators, to help me with a little bit of making highlight reels and doing some video editing. So if you're interested, please let me know. Other than that, there will be posts daily for our Twitter and our Facebook, and I'm trying to get into our Reddit because I'm learning Reddit. I've never done it before, so
yeah, help
thing.
your girl Corky out with these with the social media stuff, guys. Like this is her project, and she's working really hard. Like help her out. It's her birthday. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever the hell kids do nowadays. Like help the girl out.
Yes, kids, because I'm so young. It's awesome.
Whatever the kids do.
I actually age backwards, so it works perfectly.
Yeah, she's 13 next year.
Mhm. No, wait. I need legal to buy the required substances to keep me going for TES stuff. So I have to be 21.
So we're gonna call it an early night then. We ran roughly 40 minutes. Elspeth, since you were the guest tonight, do you have anything you would like to add, say that I didn't ask you, or etc.?
I just want to throw out that everyone basically talked down to my support the whole year until Game 2 of Finals. And then everyone was like, oh my god, this guy's really good, when he was super overperforming the whole year and no one gave him credit. When you look at the stats,
and the only one who actually believed in him the whole year was Elspeth,
he had literally triple the warding score of any, or the wards bot. I think he had somewhere around, I would say, double destroyed. It was close. It was more than 100%. It was like 168% of everyone else's wards.
Yeah, I will admit, Spy's Bard game is the one that calls out to me the most. His Bard game was disgusting. Like, literally disgusting. Like, I thought that champion was literal dog shit until I watched Spy play it.
Yeah, they ban random stuff like Nami all the time from him. It makes no sense.
I gotta admit, Spy definitely showed up. It is sad that we won't see Elspeth and Spy in the bot lane together next season. That's very disappointing.
Hey, I mean, if Foss wants to go claim a bag, he knows where to find me.
Elspeth replaces Flan. Confirmed.
I want to say replace.
Uh,
I honestly want him in Syndicate. Since from last year to this year, I feel like he's definitely greatly improved as a player.
Flan, he has come a long way.
And then I feel like Foss can help him perform or transition to something.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So, anything to add before we call it a night, Cancer?
I don't think so.
Corky, I know you always got something.
No, I did my shout out beforehand. I was like, hey, video editing, hit me up. Social media, hit that up.
Yo, Flan is not a top laner.
Yeah, don't be putting Flan top lane, y'all troll. From myself, Cancer, Elspeth, Corky, from By the Hearthside, we look forward to seeing you Sunday for the All-Star Draft. Have a great night, everyone.